Okay, good morning. Yes, just a quick update here before you get to see the rest of this video. William's coming home today. Yay! It is like, what is it today? Saturday, August 18th. He gets to come home today, so I'm throwing this thing up here. Probably going to be unedited, not too much editing or whatever done. And I just want you to know that there's going to be a lot of videos on this baler as I prepare it for the field. Because, again, last night another 7/10 of an inch of rain, and we're expecting the same load of horse shit again this afternoon between 2 and 4 o'clock this afternoon. So there's going to be just a lot of work, and when this weather does decide to break for us, I will have two balers ready to rock and roll in the field. So stay tuned and enjoy the video. Alrighty then, so you get to watch me play around with this hitch on the front of this baler at this point, and Joe scratches balls. That was nice. Anyway, this hitch has never seen grease as far as I'm concerned. I had to tear it all apart. Now, this isn't my first trip to the rodeo when it comes to these things. This just so happens to be the same exact ball hitch that is on the stack wagon. It's the same as the Heston 4900 and is very similar to the one that was on the New Holland 2000 baler that I owned so many years ago. And I'm talking 20 years ago. So, yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the ass. As you can see, I was hitting it with WD-40, trying to loosen up the heads, and there's rust, and then you'll see me take it apart, and I'll smack it with a hammer, get the darn thing in there, unscrew it, and all that. So, but that's not really what we're going to do today. We're just going to talk about the baler in general. This baler is a good baler. It really, truly is. But like some balers, they get left outside. Now, I'm not one to leave a baler sit outside. It drives me nuts. If I see a baler sitting outside, I just have to put my hand over my forehead and say, oh my God, that's such an investment. This baler back in 2003 when it was bought new, this baler was somewhere around $100,000. It might have been like, let's see, what did I pay for mine? I bought one in 2003 and I paid $62,000 for it. So this one would have been $75,000-$80,000. The 4x4s were generally more money. This baler was really designed for straw and really dry material, not wet mulch hay. So even though I'm going to use it for that, it is going to be, I'm not modifying, I am upgrading it to make it take the wet hay. So that's just the long and the short of it. I have to do certain things to it to force feed wet hay into it safely, because you can damage them with damp hay, burn up clutches and things like that. Nothing really horrible, just time-consuming, frustrating stuff. So what you're going to see over the next few days is me working on this thing, me, Tim, Joe, and Grant working on this baler, getting it ready to bale mulch hay when it does decide to stop raining, because, like I said, it is raining. We mowed the grass in the mud, in the lawn, my lawn in the mud. I got ruts in my lawn, which is ridiculous. Never seen that before in August. My driver, Carl, he's like, oh, man, he says, I got a pond in front of my house, and I'm still just, amazed that it's overflowing and not drying up. But anyways, with that being said, I'm going to let you get into the rest of the video and, enjoy it. I'm just really just cleaning it up. I know you guys were talking about that grease zerk that was on that I said I was going to drill a hole for, and in reality on the other side, and I even filmed it, it was there already, but it was so packed with rust. Yes, rust and dirt. I took a drill bit. You see that little greenish yellow case on the right-hand side of your screen? That is a drill bit case, and I ended up drilling out by hand, with my little fingers, drilling out the hole all the way back to the grease zerk until I could get it to, take grease. Once I was able to do that, I bolted the obviously, I think you've seen me bolt the damn thing back up again. Bolted it back up again, and I shot grease into it while it was loose, and then I was able to work it around a little bit in there, and then I was able to tighten it all up, and now it runs freely like it's supposed to. So thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of the video, and yeah, see you on the flip side. Okay, so I have experience with this ball hitch. This is the same exact ball hitch that is on the that is on the stack wagon, believe it or not. Now, obviously, it's running freely now. It seems like it's going to be okay. It does have to break back into its normal swiveling pattern because I flipped it. I flipped it because, as you can see, it's kind of getting chewed up here. This is what happens when you have a loose bolt. So if you got a loose bolt and it just starts rocking on there, it takes the edges off first. This is it is very hard steel, highly hardened steel, high carbon steel, hardened carbon steel, and hardened high carbon steel, and it just chips those off. So I figured before I put it on my drawbar on one of these tractors, I'd want to flip it over because the bottom, I don't know if you can see it, but it's nice and flat. So I wanted to flip it over, and I know in the video that I posted the other day I said I was going to drill a hole for a grease zerk because it needed to be greased. Well, you guys called me out on it that it was on the other side. I don't know why I didn't see it because I filmed it, but it's right there, and that thing was plugged solid with rust, just solid with rust. So it I had to take it all apart, obviously, and I ran a drill through it and I got grease to go in. So it's greased. I'm going to run some more grease into it, and that is the first repair so far on the baler. Obviously, by now you realize that I've purchased this baler. My neighbor, he came down, he's got a couple of these in the case version, and he was really thrilled about the looks of it and how it works, and the difference isn't between this one and his. Like this ginormous gearbox, it's a cast gearbox, whereas the one that he has is not. They're like plated together steel, which I don't think it makes a difference as far as, you know. Oh, that was nasty. So it's a brand new, it's got a big gearbox in it. The flywheels, I'm used to looking at a flywheel from a Krone, so it looks small to me, but for the most part, that's a big ass flywheel. Yeah, so the next thing I'm going to do is, well, you can see somebody has stole the bolts out of here. I don't know what's supposed to go in there, but I'm going to take that off and figure that out. The next thing is to actually get up in there and reroute that baling twine so that it is in the right position, in the right spot. And when I said that I needed a ladder to get up in there, I wasn't joking, and neither was Heston, because this is the ladder. This ladder here is what you take this ladder off and it hangs on the box, and you just kind of hoist them up there. A bit awkward, but it does work. So on to the next.